What's going on, guys? It's Kude here. This video, well, it's going to be a first take because we're going to talk about something pretty serious. 9 years of MK Mobile. That's a big deal, all right? That's a really big deal. We're approaching a decade. That is half my freaking life in this game. Awesome. You know what's not so awesome? The way that today was handled. The start of the anniversary was incredible. Elemental Warriors and Anniversary Community Pack. Perfect. They also gave us a free diamond. But notice how 3 days in to the anniversary event, we don't get anything. This is the 9th year today. All we get is a Combat Cup pack? Yes, you could say they gave us a classic pack, and I got classic Jack Spriggs from it. Great. That's just not enough. Even last year in 2023, they still had more going on the April 7th. Also, another thing we need to talk about, and it's going to be the majority of the topic for this video. It sucks that I have to talk about this on the anniversary of the game. It's the lag, the bugs, all of these atrocious server errors. What's going on? Kude, can you give us a rundown of why all these bugs are happening, all these errors? Because I've seen a lot of comments from people saying that they've put up with a lot of crap in this game. They put up with so much. All the game-breaking bugs in the previous updates. They put up with all of it for years. But this week has been so rough. The players who have put up with everything are saying they're close to quitting, which is terrible. That's terrifying that many people would be saying that. But why are all these bugs appearing now? Because at the start of the update, these bugs didn't show themselves. There were no server issues at the beginning of the update. That would be because this week has been probably the most active week for MK Mobile in a very long time. And I don't think Warner Brothers, I think they're in over their heads with how much server space they needed, or RAM. I think it might be a RAM issue. Because this game was always connected to the internet, when the server gets overloaded memory-wise, it probably starts to throw out just tons of errors. And if that's not it, I'll give another reason why all this is happening. All the traffic at once. Mortal Kombat posted a tweet saying, we noticed that there's a problem with playing the game. There's so many bugs and connection issues, and we're attempting to solve it. They said they looked into it, and then they said they solved it under it. An hour later, they said they fixed the issue. People were replying to that tweet saying, hey, nothing's fixed. I'm still crashing. I'm still freezing. I'm still having issues. I think server issues is a big one, because how do you tell your players that your servers are not ready or not meant for this many people? They were in over their heads, in my opinion, because the player base came back, and they came back in tenfold when this update came out, when this huge update added a brand new character that's spectacular, a second character that's also immaculate, and we're waiting for him in May, and then also new dragon crystals. I mean, what could go wrong with all this free stuff going on, this big event? No wonder the server started being overloaded, because so many people started coming back in to get their free stuff. I don't think maintenance should happen. But what I think the developers should do is find a way to increase the servers. I disagree that they limited the amount of servers that are available, because this game has never been favored towards people in other countries. So this game has always lagged if you play in another country, and that would be because their servers are most likely in America. So if you're in India, the connection's always going to be bad. But at least it's tolerable, because this game isn't you don't need a good ping to play this game. You don't. But they need to up the server capacity, RAM, all that stuff needs to be updated. Now, if you're wondering, when is this going to get fixed? Well, the developers are definitely looking into it, because this is a record number of reports. I mean, it's so bad that even ambassadors who would normally go to them about it can't. So they're just posting it publicly. They're like, what's going on? They're trying to communicate these problems. But there should be a fix to this soon. And I don't mean hard fix. There's always going to be server issues. All right, guys? I think that's just important to note, that there's always going to be some sort of server bug. But I feel like most of this crap will be fixed for update 5.3.1, because some of this stuff is an in-game problem. Like freezing when you're in crypt mode and causing your run to get over, crashing, all that stuff needs to be fixed in 5.3.1. And Kude, when is that? Well, as I predicted, I do think it's going to be before Black Dragon Fatal 200. Or what's going to happen is in the next week or two, they're going to release it. But Kude, if Black Dragon Tower Fatal is bugged, people are going to get incorrect rewards. That's true. But I think what the developers are going to do is they're going to extend the tower, just like they did with Classic Fatal back in the day when there were so many game-breaking bugs that were causing crashes and making Fatal Tower practically impossible to play for many. The game developers decided to add like 30 or 40 days onto the Fatal Tower, which was perfect. That was an amazing compensation. And they also fixed a lot of the bugs. And this is exactly what we need. The game wasn't perfect back then. There were still a lot of things that they didn't have that we do now. So that's why I think this is a perfect opportunity. 9 years. 9 years. Doesn't feel like 9 years today. That's going to be for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are finding some way to enjoy the game, even with all these crashes and whatnot, because I still am. I'm just playing with a lot of different teams and recording some video background footage for upcoming videos I have. I'm planning on doing some crypt guides, top 10 videos, informational videos about characters, some cool stuff coming up. And I need some background footage. So I guess this is not a good time for me to be recording it, but we're doing it anyways. Alrighty, let me just give a big shout out to my YouTube members. Alrighty, we have Alessandro, Jeremy, Rajendra, MK God, Norbert, Gamer, Bagor, David, Goku, MK Fire, Warlord, Orion, Chinigo, Aiden, Oliver, JDB, Legend Stone, Titan Beast, Tolga, Mr. Dragon, Stan Mars, Tushar, Katana, Plane Punch, Jeff, Fitzmagic, Massive Cool, and Kent. Thank you all for being YouTube members and welcome to the new members. And yeah, peace out.